If we put this all together, there's a couple of questions I want to ask you. Do you know what experience you want to deliver for your customers and your employees? Is that articulated anywhere? We refer to that as the experience essence. And it's like the perfume or the secret sauce for your organization. And essentially, once you've discovered what the secret sauce is, it takes the format of a one-liner that if I take your most junior employee and I wake them up at 3 o'clock in the morning, they would know if I asked them, what is the essence of your organization? What experience do you want to deliver to your customers? They would be able to answer me with conviction. Now, this is not easy to get to. We've worked with lots of brands that have struggled to articulate what their essence is. And essence, as you move through your various cycles in your organization, essence needs to be kept alive. It doesn't stay the same. Just as you would look at your strategy of your organization, you would re-look at essence potentially every year when you do your strategic planning, to re-look at that essence and say, is that still valid for us? Is that still us? So once you've found your essence, you might ask me, what do I do with that now? You need to take that essence and design it into every piece of your organization, so that if I go to your washrooms and I look at the signage behind the doors, I feel what it feels like to be part of this company. The language that I see inside your building speaks to me in the same tone as the language you put on your website, as the language you put on your product packaging. The essence really becomes the DNA that runs through every interaction and everything that you put your brand on. And more importantly, if I take your logo off your product, I take your logo off your website, and I put it next to that of your competitors, will I know it's you? Does it feel like your brand? That's really, essence becomes this guiding true north that keeps us on track with the promise that your brand makes. As part of this process of defining your experience essence, we also advise that you come up with some design principles. And a design principle might be something like, I take the effort out of every interaction that I have with customers. When I send them a letter, I make sure that I leave no questions unanswered. Those might be some of the design principles you might want to have for your brand. What really helps us is if we've got these design principles and we measure our interactions against those design principles. If I said I was going to make it easy and a customer cancels a contract on a mobile phone contract, but I need them to fill in 5 forms, I'm not being true to the essence. I'm not being true to the design principles I've defined. And I've had to have hard conversations with some of my clients to say, well, either the design principle is not right, and we need to change that, or your decision in this moment isn't right. So that really helps you, and there's beautiful examples of brands that have a manifesto, and in tough times, that manifesto really made it easy for them to make decisions that's aligned with their value system and aligned with how they show up in the world.